All right, it's time for everybody's favorite clown president to give his statement on Trump's acquittal. He said the substance of the charge was not in dispute, even though most of the Republicans did not vote against Trump. Biden in his Saturday night, they recap it. I don't really care. In his Saturday night's statement, invoked Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican of Kentucky, who did not vote to acquit Trump, but issued a blistering rebuke of the president following the final vote. While the final vote did not lead to a conviction, the substance of the charge is not in dispute, Biden wrote. Even those opposed to the conviction, like Senate Minority Leader McConnell, believe Donald Trump was guilty of a disgraceful dereliction of duty and practically and morally responsible for provoking the violence unleashed in the Capitol. Biden said he was thinking of those who protect the Capitol during the riots, as well as those who died and remained in danger following the incident. He also said he was thinking of those who demonstrated the courage to protect the integrity of our democracy before and after the election. The president ended his statement by drawing on his previous calls for unity to heal the soul of the nation. This sad chapter in our history has reminded us that democracy is fragile, that it must always be defended, that we must be ever vigilant, that violence and extremism has no place in America, and that each of us has a duty and responsibility as Americans, and especially as leaders, to defend the truth and to defeat the lies. Biden continued, that is how we end this uncivil war and heal the very soul of our nation. That is the task ahead, and it's a task we must undertake together as the United States of America. He concluded. This statement is the most extensive remarks Biden has made regarding the impeachment proceedings. So let's talk about why his comments are stupid. Um, so look, the parts about thinking of people that died and all that, I agree with that. I think that it is very important to reflect on those whose lives were lost in that event. But the point of these impeachments, right, is that they're supposed to actually yield a result. And when they keep ending in the Democrats not being able to successfully convict, rather, the Republicans keep successfully acquitting the president you guys say is so evil and awful. It doesn't really matter what statements they put out, because it's going to keep showing that most of them don't want to run the risk of losing their damn job, especially not over impeaching a president who's already out of office, but who is still popular with their base and could end up destroying them. And see, the thing I really hate about Biden's statements is that they're never like, if he made this statement right and he said, we need to have more fences around, let's say, the Capitol, more protection. We need to make it to where people can't conglomerate in these giant groups and swarm this place, in some barbaric military manner. That would be one thing. But when I'm hearing about a sad chapter and defending democracy and heal the nation, it's like, just it's more word salad, and it's so repetitive and um, standard that it's almost tone deaf. Because when you're talking about people's lives being lost due to a bunch of people refusing to accept the results of an election, you have to say we need to take a stand against misinformation. You have to have these court cases getting more coverage for when they are able to dismiss a case that doesn't have any evidence supporting it. And he doesn't do any of that. He just keeps saying, "No, we will heal the nation. We're Americans. We defend ourselves." Blah 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 blah. Uh, just to go over one more thing, when he's talking about the disgraceful dereliction of duty, which that's some very nice alliteration on his part. I'm actually use that in something, the disgraceful dereliction of duty. It's like, what would it look like, for example, if I said somebody should go to jail for murdering another person, which is not what Trump did. I'm just making an analogy of like why Biden's statement is ridiculous. Oh, we won the symbolic vote. If I say that people should go to jail for murdering someone, and then there's 9 people on the jury and they all agree with me, but then what was the number? It's like it takes all of them to get this person to go to jail, and even though most of them agree that this person should be in jail, it's still not enough to put them in jail. So even though they morally agreed with me, if it doesn't yield the results I want, it was a waste of time. But let them keep taking their little symbolic victory laps. I'm sure a lot of people are feeling very accomplished, and they're eating this stuff up. I would just like a president that actually tells me what he's going to do to fix something, or give some recommendation.